Hey guys, my name is Jason with S&J Forest Products, and on today's video I got a customer who wants some beveled cedar siding. So we're gonna get some logs out of the woods and go to our sawmill guy and have him cut up some beveled cedar siding for us. But first, I've got a little bit of a sob story for you. I came down to the property this morning, went to check in my container here, and somebody had cut the lock and they stole my saw, they stole my mill, they stole all my gas cans, and so that is pretty irritating. So I don't have any of the tools down here with me today to get my logs bucked up or cut up or milled or anything. So what I'm going to do is hopefully this can work. I got a neighbor here that I think I can borrow a saw from to get a log bucked up, and I'm just going to try and get it up on the truck with the skidder and take it up to my shop where I can go buy a new saw and cut it up there. So anyway, like I say, a little bit of a sob story, but I got a customer who wants some product and I got to get it made and sold to him. So a little bit of a unique video today, but we'll see what we can do here and hopefully get some beveled cedar siding by the end of it. All right, guys, well, we're going to try and make this log here work. This guy is almost 16 foot, not quite. And it's a big old chunk of cedar butt that the guys who logged it a 2 or 3 years ago, it's got a little bit of rot down here in the butt, and they cut it off to get the rot off, and they probably sold it as a pole. But I'm going to drag it out of there with the skidder today, and we'll take a look at it once I get it out of the brush. And I'm kind of debating whether I should buck it to like a 12/6. Because that's the length of the siding the guy wants is 12 foot, so I'll leave myself a little bit of trim, or if I should just leave it as a almost 16 and get it up on the truck that way and get it back up to the shop and take a look at it. So I haven't decided yet, but we'll get the skidder here, drag this thing out of here, and take a look at what we got. Okay, guys, well, here's my first attempt. I'm going to try and roll the log up onto this little brace here so I can get some chains under it. I'm going to try and chain it to my blade there on the bull horns and maybe lift it up far enough to get it on this flatbed here. So let's see if this works, and if it doesn't, we'll try something else. Okay. So I think we got enough daylight under there now. Yeah, now I can get my chokers and my chain under there and see if I can secure it to our blade. All right, well, we're a little tight on supplies here. I didn't know I'd be doing a bunch of rigging today, but down here I got my 8-foot choker wrapped around. It's just the right length. Got it threaded through the blade there. And here I've got a chain with no hooks. So what I did, I'm going to try this. I just kind of wrapped it around itself. So hopefully as it takes up the slack and gets some tension in the log, it won't slip. So let's pick this dude up and see if we can get her on the truck. Okay, we got it up there. I couldn't drive and lift and film all at the same time. We'll undo our chain here. Oh, it's tight. All right, guys, we made her back to the shop here, getting the log unloaded. Let's see if I can do this all at the same time. Give you kind of a front row seat here. Come on. Did that get her? I think that got her. Whew, she's heavy. Okay, we're gonna put her over there under that cherry tree. Don't hit the truck. Driving and filming. All right, we'll put her here for now. Okay, there she be. Now I gotta go buy a new saw and sawmill. Okay, well, I bit the bullet and I went and bought a new saw and a new Grahamburg Alaskan sawmill. So we'll get this sawmill put together and we'll get our log bucked down and start slabbing off some boards. First thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna buck the two ends of this log off. I'm gonna get it 14.6 for length, and that'll give us the 12 we need for the beveled cedar siding, but I won't use the whole log. So whatever's left over, I can get up to 12 or 14 foot out of, or I can split it into 8 and 6 or whatever. So we'll get the two ends bucked off, get it down to 14.6, and then we'll start slabbing off the top and get our 12 footers out of it for our beveled siding. Okay, it's been a long road, but we got our new saw in our new chainsaw mill here. And I got our log kind of set up. I headed out of the property too quick and I forgot my steel rails that I like to use. So I've got this 2x4 set up there, and I'm just going to use that as the top rail, and I'm just going to come down and just slab off the top with our Alaskan mill. And then we'll probably switch to our timber tough mill and then cut the sides off and see about making this thing into a cant. Well, I'm not going to lie, that did not go very well. The top is kind of wavy there, and my wood didn't do very well. It was bowing and stuff. So, but we're going to salvage what we can. So even with this longer bar, this is a 36-inch bar, I can only get another 4-inch slab off of here. But I think if I can get a 4-inch slab, I can get 2 pieces of siding out of that one slab. So I'm just going to take another slab off, hopefully true the top up a little bit, or well, true the next cut up a little bit, and then we'll see what we got, and I can get 2 pieces of siding out of that top slab, and then we'll come down and we'll do some screwing around down here trying to get our next chunk out of the cedar. We've switched over now to our little timber tough jig here, sawmill, I don't know what you call it, that little thing. And we've got our 4-inch slab, and I'm just going to true up one edge, and then I'm going to come in probably about 13 inches because we want 12-inch siding. So I'll come in 13 inches, rip another one, and then we'll have our beam we can get our 2 chunks of siding out of from our sawmill guy. And then we'll have a ram that we can do, something else with, turn it into 1-bys or something. So let's see how this little timber tough does with this bigger saw. I got it set up way far on the bar, so I don't, get down in the dirt there. But we'll just get this run down and zip off that edge and see what she looks like. Well, I'm just fighting with this log. I'm getting a little frustrated about it. So I'm going to change my plan. I got our slab here. I don't know if we can get a piece of siding out of that or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn this thing into a cant. And I've got the forklift here so I can load this thing onto the truck and get it to my sawmill guy, and he can true it up and we can get some good wood out of it, hopefully, because right now I'm just wasting a bunch of time and energy and fuel and wood, and so we'll get it squared up into a cant and off to the mill. All right, guys, well, I got the 2 sides off it, and I'm just going to take this into my sawmill guy, and hopefully he can true it up and deal with this punky rot stuff, and hopefully we can get our 12-foot chunks out of this. So we'll take it over and start cutting that beveled siding. Oops, sorry. All right, well, we got all our boards edged now. They're all 12 inches. And I've got a bunch of trim on them, so this little defect here on the edge will get trimmed off. But we've got some 12-inch by 14.5-foot boards. Now we're gonna cut them kind of diagonally across there, and on our little jig we're getting set up. We'll turn them into siding. And he's got this jig set up for our beveled siding, and he was pretty smart about it. He took existing beveled siding, and we're just gonna shim it up. And we got this this rail down the side for the board we're gonna cut to run against. And then we're gonna take each one of those boards and just put them here in our jig, and then run the saw blade right down the top of this guide, and it should, hopefully, give us a nice beveled cedar siding. We got our siding home. It's 14-foot lengths, and it's cracked here in the end from where the log dried. So what I'm gonna do is pull these off. I got 2 feet of trim, so I'm gonna trim off anywhere that's cracked up on the ends. But other than that, we got some real nice siding here. So I got a piece over here set up. We could just take some sawhorses, trim the ends off, and then we'll get it stickered inside the garage there. Here's our finished siding. It's all 12 feet long. And you can see here down the end, I got 13 pieces. And it's all stickered up there, kind of drying out. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.